Oh my goodness! Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
It's wonderful to be back into the stream of life, as we like to say, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to Nate and Kev.
Thank you very much for continuing with us, or for finding us and just starting.
Yeah. I guess I can start with
We love all of that.
architecture, and I love architecture. A little bit of sad news recently.
Yes.
Renowned architect I.M. Pei passed away.
Brilliant.
But I wouldn't say it's so sad because, listen, he was 102 years old, and he had a giant legacy of modernist architecture that he's left behind for us to appreciate and enjoy.
Yeah.
Everything from the controversial steel and glass pyramid at the Louvre Museum in Paris.
Which was, yes, controversial, and I think it took them 10 years to then accept it and own it.
Right?
Yeah.
To the JFK Presidential Library, to a wing of the a museum in Washington, D.C. Let me check my notes.
I've been at that library.
National Gallery of Art.
It's amazing.
Oh, you've been to the JFK library? Oh, wow. He was like a renegade. You know, he came up in the mid-1930s in architecture school when most schools were teaching beaux arts.
Yes, yes.
And he was like, this is boring. I want to do what the edgy, like, modern guys are doing.
Yeah, he's a modernist, and started with the Bauhaus.
Yes.
Correct, right? Yeah.
He's very forward-thinking and modernist, and had visions for something different about the way we should live in structures, you know?
He's I mean, his buildings are everywhere in the world, as well as his influence, and very, vertical and horizontal and linear lines, and very organized and minimalist, correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
Glass and steel. Just
Which at the time were
simplicity.
new. They were moving away from brick and wood.
Moving away from brick and wood and unnecessary ornamentation,
Yes.
you know?
And that's part of coming out of the industrial age, I think at the late 1800s, of figuring out also how to, put buildings together quicker, and with you say, like steel and cement and so forth. And that's when we start to see scaffolding and cranes in the sky, and New York took off.
Those guys eating lunch off the...
Right? I think of the old Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, where they're like blindly like walking from thing to thing, and a still I-beam suddenly just gets lower just in the nick of time so that they don't step off into like the air and fall.
Oh, right.
I love that.
That is pretty cool.
I'm going to add my 2 cents. I'm going to throw in some fashion today, and I was reading Elle. I love Elle, and they came out. This is from their website. They have listed like what the 7 hot trends are this year.
Yeah.
So, do you want to hear?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now these.
I love women's fashion.
I love women's fashion.
Right.
So we have hippie modernism, which is growing out of Neho boho trend, which is bohemian boho, and Nate will find some pictures. I found them, and they're gorgeous. They're long, languid, sensual, warm desert tones and sunset hues, and you also have clashing geometric prints. Because I'm a child of the 70s, so I wanted to be a hippie. I wanted to run away and join, San Francisco in the summer of love. And so I'm all for anything that's fringy, and flowy and hippie-ish. There's also the color wheel tailoring, which is what we know as monochromatic dressing. So head to toe, you're the same color. And
that is very early 80s dynasty.
It's gorgeous, but also it's starburst colors. So it's bold, like the yellow is bold, canary yellow, and the purple and the blue and the pink.
That's very chic. I love monochromatic fashion. Oh, that's so interesting.
So
okay.
cool. The next one is I love this, low-key utility. So this looks very safari.
Okay.
And it's patch pockets, tool belts across the body. So we've moved past fanny packs. It's tool belts across the body. You can even wear them low slung on the hip. And cargo pants. And it goes from, the colors I saw were from olive green to light beige.
Okay. You know what I've been seeing on the streets actually a lot are safari hats. Like the ones with the wide brim and sort of a dome shape. And the kids are wearing safari hats. It's funny.
And I also think that's thanks to Pharrell. Is it right?
Pharrell's
remember he was wearing like the
thing.
Smokey the Bear hat. Like
His was like an over exaggerated size version of that. Yes, that's right. That's right.
I have always loved hats. Now I have a small head, so it's been hard to find hats. Next up, number 4 out of 7, we've got. I love this. Wonky couture.
Okay.
So you got tulle, ruffles, balloon sleeves, bubble skirts, pleats, volume, taffeta, satin.
Okay.
They're reworking 50s and 60s gowns, which are some of like the most gorgeous couture, and the workmanship, the craftsmanship is incredible. Also from the 40s as well, and
like Dior's the new look,
right,
from post World War II.
Totally hit it on the head. And what I see when I look at the pictures is if Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City went crazy and her closet exploded. Now this one I don't like. It's not me. It's the millennials and Generation Z. This is Sweet Valley High. I never watched the show, and you can only imagine. So now we've gone from the 80s to 90s. Nostalgia is back. I lived through that, and I love the 90s.
This is everything in Urban Outfitters. Is what he's talking about,
right? And so this is 90s nostalgia. It's TV graphics.
Saved by the Bell or 90s? Blossom or like Alf or something.
You've got top heavy oversized jackets and boxy blazers. That makes me think of Janet Jackson's Control when she wore the boxy blazer and pushed up the sleeves.
Yeah.
I remember I had blazers and pushed up the sleeves. And acid and light wash denim.
That's really big, yeah.
Acid wash. Yeah. We were so into acid wash, and when it passed, you kind of look and think, what the fuck were we thinking? I can't believe that has come back. We never thought it would come back. Then the last 2 things are accessories. So square toes are back.
Square toes are back? Really?
Yeah, I actually was shocked. I was like, really? And feathery accessories, which I knew were back. So anything, anywhere you can put a feather on, a necklace, or if it's a shoe, or if it's a belt, or if it's a hat, or earrings, or whatever. It's like feathers are all over the place.
Do you think you could pull off feathers? Maybe like a feather necklace or something?
Feather boa.
Feather boa.
Yeah, that's
maybe a couple of like
night.
feather extensions in my hair.
I think you can maybe tie some feather, grow your beard up and tie some feathers in it, and some beads.
Like a hippie beard.
Yeah. Yes. And then you hit the hippie modernism and the feathers.
Are you going to San Francisco?
Oh, you're so funny. He's so cute. Isn't he cute? Look at that punum.
What?
Anyways, I guess that wraps up today's show.
Thank you for watching. We love fashion. Please hit in the comments anything you want us to talk about with this stuff. We love to hear your thoughts.
Design, arts, architecture, fashion. Let us know what you want us to report on. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.